Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for game number 2 of the Class 4 semifinals.
As the teams walk out here to the field, we bring you the second game of the Missouri State Class 4 Boys Soccer Semifinals between the Francis Howell North Knights and the Christian Brothers College Spartans. The Cadets, rather. I'm Jacob Lindner here with my producer Brayton Larson at Worldwide Technology Park in Fenton, Missouri. Bring you tonight's action. The winner of this match will go on to face the Rockhurst Hawklets as they defeated the Rock Ridge team 2-0. It just finished right before this one started. CBC will start with possession of the ball. Just to paint a little picture here in your mind, CBC wearing completely gold jerseys with a purple number on the back. They start the ball going left to right, if you're thinking about it. Howell North wearing their all-white road uniforms, going right to left. Ball starts here on the near side. CBC in possession. Fighting forward, it gets to Dylan Brophy. Torian Robinson on the near side loses possession to number 6, Brenton Hennessy of CBC. Connor Crane takes a dive around midfield. He gets back up as the ball continues movement on the far sideline. And a great play there for senior Ozzy Guerrero in the back of the Knights defense. To clear that one, the ball goes out of bounds across the far sideline. Two student sections here out in full force across the far sideline. On the left side near the CBC goal and bench, dressed in all neon green and purple, are the Christian Brothers College Cadets students. And on the right side of your screen, black and gold clad, are the Francis Howell North Knights student section. Dylan Brophy on the near sideline, battling out with Bryce Starzyk. Starzyk wins that one, but loses the ball across the far side, the near sideline. Out of bounds, pass intended for Nick Dempster. Jesse Georgia pass to Dylan Brophy on the near sideline, whips with his foot. Throw-in coming in for number 15, Nolan DeWeese of the Cadets, who with about 37 minutes and 43 seconds remaining in this first half, still scoreless early. CBC playing it into the box. A great job there from Knights defensive stand. between Ozzie Guerrero, Richie Taylor, and Javier Alvarado. They get it forward. Torian Robinson on the near sideline. He gets by a CBC defender, knocks him to the ground, though. It looked like incidental contact, but penalty called. Jack Edwards, the defender, taking the fall. Free kick coming up for CBC from just beyond the extent of the goal box here. Christian Brothers College moved the ball around well. It's DeWeese passing it forward to E.J. Verhulst. Verhulst to the middle of the field, Nick Dempster. Dempster looking for some space. He dribbles to the right side of the goal, tries to cross in off the ground. And a good job for Howell North. That's Ozzie Guerrero clearing the ball. A few headers between Torian Robinson and Nolan DeWeese of the Knights and Cadets respectively. DeWeese comes away with it. Richie Taylor tries to clear it off the foot of DeWeese, but picked up near the goal by Fletcher Dietrich. Fletcher Dietrich, the Knights goalkeeper, just his second year in that position as he decided to play soccer last season. He was put in goal and he shows off his impressive skills there with a kick across midfield. Ozzie Guerrero to Michael Scanlon on the far sideline. Ball looked to have been stolen away, but it's called out of bounds off of Scanlon. CBC with the ball. As that one's kicked out of bounds, that one off the feet of E.J. Verhulst. Two throw-ins in a row. CBC with the ball around midfield. Some nifty passing, moving it forward to the far sideline. Cadets bring it in towards the goal. That looks like Ryan Gerstison. But that one is out of bounds, cleared, and looked like it was off of Scanlon. But I guess it did just nick Gerstison's foot. CBC kicks the ball backwards, looking for a little bit of space. They find it here in the near sideline to Bryce Starzik. The Cadets controlling the ball early, doing a good job applying pressure on the offensive third. Something that the Knights have had a little bit of trouble with, especially early in games, in this postseason. Applying pressure offensively. There's a kick towards the goal, and it's wide right. Shooting from just outside of the goal box. That's number 11, Nick Dempster, kicking the ball a little bit wide right. Fletcher Dietrich, no effort expended there. Ball out the feet of Connor Lonero. Lonero moves it forward, but taken away by Dylan Brophy. He gets to chase Drogi around midfield. He dribbles towards the center of the circle. Pass it forward, a good entry pass for Torian Robinson. But an even better defensive play there for Bryce Starzik. Keeping the ball away from Robinson, but a corner kick comes up for Howell North. Bassam Hampton, the senior transfer, will be taking this corner. He was the hero for the Knights last week against Eureka High School, the Wildcats. He scored a game-tying goal to set the score 1-1 on a direct free kick with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. in that game, as he kicks a corner kick headed away from the goal. Ozzy Guerrero, though, takes it for Howell North. He gets to Michael Scanlon on the opposite side of the goal near the far sideline. And a fantastic defensive play for CBC. That's number 12, Tyler McAllister, taking the ball away from Scanlon. No penalty called as Scanlon trips up Dempster. Play continues though. CBC with the ball in the middle of the field at the feet of Jack Edwards. Edwards loses it though. Chase Droege. Knights have a 4-on-3. Droege leading the charge. Jordan Robinson with it. He takes a long shot. Wind takes it and it goes wide left. Robinson's shot just over the goal. Would have been on target had we not such a strong wind going towards us. Goal kick coming up now for CBC and their keeper Cameron Meyer. Both teams now with one shot apiece as we close in on just about 9 minutes of time elapsed. Great job on the body, on the near side there by CBC. Very physical defensively, stripping the Knights of every opportunity that they've had, minus the one off-target shot for Torian Robinson. Knights playing with the ball in their own goal box. They get it forward to Robinson here on the near side. Robinson tries to clear it. Nolan DeWeese, though, takes it near side around the midfield line. Pass forward to number 10, Sam Leach. Looks like he had a wide open opportunity. Converging on him, though, is Ozzy Guerrero and Richie Taylor. Chase Droege now takes it right at the top of the goal box. It will be essentially the top of the key if we're playing basketball. But ball poked away and fallen on top of by the keeper, Cameron Meyer. Meyer throws it closer to the press box where we're sitting, to number 7, Bryce Starzy. Middle of the field, ball gets back over to Leach. Leach dribbles from near side towards middle of the field, passes it forward. Nick Dempster with it now. He goes near sideline to Bryce Starzy. Starzy again taking it towards the middle of the field into a sea of white jerseys. Not too friendly to him. Looks like it could be a good opportunity, and it's kicked out of bounds. That was Tyler McAllister and Michael Scanlon, both converging on the ball. Scanlon did all that he could just to get that one going across the end line. Corner kick comes up here for CBC. 29 minutes remain in this first half. Cadets goes short with the kick on the ground. A shot from the top of the goal box goes off of the top bar. About half a foot lower, and the Cadets would have a 1-0 lead as that one just skipped right on top of the top crossbar of the FHN goal, narrowly missing the top corner. Nevertheless, a goal kick coming up for Fletcher Dietrich. Another corner kick coming up here for CBC. Goal kick for Howell North being played right across the end line again. This time, it looks like maybe Ozzy Guerrero had the last touch. A great cross kicked over the top of the goal by Chase Droege right off his foot. And it looks like a corner kick from the other side. This will be the near side. The right corner for Christian Brothers College, as the clock ticks below 27 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Already the third corner kick for CBC here today. This one taken by Starzyk. Starzyk right into the middle of the box, headed offline by number 5, Connor Lanero. Let the momentum of the ball take it just wide left on that header. Substitution coming in for Howell North.
Entering the game for Francis Howell
Andrew
North, number
O'Donnell
7, Andrew
taking the place
O'Donnell.
of Javier Alvarado in the defensive midfield. That's, of course, running a 4-2-3-1 as they have here in the entire playoffs. 4 defensive backs, 2 defensive midfielders, 3 attacking midfielders, and Connor Crane, the lone striker for Howell North. Right off the goal kick from Fletcher Dietrich, taken by a scary situation for Howell North. Nick Dempster taking that one forward. He had it right at the top of the goal box before Richie Taylor booted that one out of bounds. Throw in for CBC on the far sideline, right over near the Howell North bench. At the top of the box, Ozzy Guerrero, nice job booting that one high into the air, deflecting a shot attempt. Jesse George passes it to Chase Drogi. Drogi to far sideline, Hassan Hamden back to Drogi. He dribbles backwards to avoid 3 CBC defenders before getting it to Jesse George right in the middle of the circle at midfield. Torian Robinson passes it into no man's land, assumed Connor Crane was going to be filling that void. Doesn't quite get it. Chase Drogi and Connor Lanero tankling feet there. Drogi falls, Lanero gets it forward. Teams pulling out some cheers as the ball goes out of bounds right before a shot taken. Looks like Starzyk there on the near side, taking that one from just about as far as you can get on the near sideline towards the goal. Fletcher Dietrich saving it, but it doesn't count anyway as the ball was out of bounds. Dylan Brophy boots that one into the stands here on the near sideline below the press box. Throw in for Christian Brothers College goes to Nolan DeWeese. Brophy gets it forward to Connor Crane at midfield. Crane coming back on that one. Andrew O'Donnell now at the bottom of the circle. Ball keeps moving backwards for the Knights, trying to set up some kind of get some spacing for their offense. Chase Drogi great at handling the ball near the midfield. He dribbles backwards towards top of the goal box. Ozzy Guerrero taking it forward. Far sideline, skirting the line is Hassan Hamden. He gets to Michael Scanlon. Ball goes back to Scanlon. He goes between 3 CBC defenders. Takes a weak shot, picked up easily by Cameron Meyer. Just the Knights' second shot attempt of the day. The first one on goal, though. Penalty called against Howell North. It looks like Andrew O'Donnell knocked over the midfielder for CBC. Free kick taken from just about the far edge of that midfield circle. Kick taken quickly and short to Jack Edwards. Edwards gets it forward and back to him. Takes a right at midfield, goes backwards to Lanero. Lanero forward to Sam Leach. CBC taking it on the far edge of the goal box. Ozzy Guerrero right there to stop it. Throw in near the far right corner for CBC. Far left corner, I should say. CBC trying to move the ball forward. Nobody there, though. Torian Robinson has it taken away. Ball poked out by Nolan DeWeese. Moved forward by Brendan Hennessy. Hennessy to Starzyk. He loses it out of bounds off the body of Dylan Brophy. Throwing coming in will be taken here by DeWeese. Just about 22 minutes remain here. CBC passing that ball across the end line. That was Jack Edwards trying to move it forward. Just got a little bit too much of it. Also taken, could be by the wind. As that is coming out here in full force. John Zedwak comes in replacing Torian Robinson on the far side. Bassam Hampton moves from the right forward position here to the left forward position on the near sideline. Fletcher Dietrich from right at the middle of that keeper box. Kicks right into the wind. Wind going here left to right towards Howell North's goal. Doesn't get that kick too far before it is taken forward. John Zedwak takes it. Ball move forward for CBC here. Right at midfield, they get it forward to the near sideline. Bryce Starzik. Starzik defended by Dylan Brophy, gets it forward. Brendan Hennessy now atop the goal box. Right into a sea of white jerseys once again. These Knights Greater converging on the ball. Their defense is what has saved them in this postseason so far. Top corner of the goal box. John Zedwak takes the win. Right in front of his bench, his fans screaming. Connor Crane in a little bit of trouble. He gets a pass from Zedwak. Midfield, Jesse George. George gets it forward to Andrew O'Donnell. Pass a little bit too hard for him to handle. And it's taken away at midfield by Bryce Starzik. Almost a great entry pass to E.J. Verhulst. Knocked away, though, by Richie Taylor. Verhulst does end up with it, though. And Taylor once again pokes it free. Now at the feet of Jack Edwards. Again, Starzik. And back to Edwards. Just across midfield. They get it forward a little bit more. Just about the top of the goal box, Sam Leachy passes it to E.J. Verhulst. Takes a shot right off the back of Richie Taylor, the lone non-senior. Starting here for Howell North. Bassam Hampton gets a nice pass on the near sideline. And once again, Nolan DeWeese taking that one away. DeWeese passes it forward, no man's land. A little bit of a miscommunication there. E.J. Verhulst wasn't quite far enough. Fletcher Dietrich throws it far sideline to the opposite side of play. Ozzy Guerrero, big kick. Across midfield to John Zedwak, headed forward though, away by Connor Lanero. Ball kicked into the box. At midfield, it looks like Brendan Hennessy picked up though by Fletcher Dietrich before it could get too much farther. We're now at 19 minutes to remain in this first half. Here at Worldwide Technology Park. Jesse George passes it to Andrew O'Donnell across midfield. O'Donnell forward to Connor Crane. They've got some space. Chase Drogi had it right at the beginning of the keeper box, that smaller box inside the goal box. Off the feet of the keeper, Cameron Meyer, and it will be a corner kick now for Howell North. They kick from the left corner here, the near side. Bassam Hampton with Chase Drogi lined up short. Taking this kick. Ball gets over there with about 18 minutes and 21 seconds. Awaiting Hampton's kick. Corner kick comes in from a Hampton. A little bit offline. I guess the wind took it a little bit farther to the right, towards his own goal and away from the goal of CBC.
Number 21, Reese McCall.
Ball eventually knocked out of bounds by Howell North.
Nate Tam. And number 20.
Throwing now for Sam Benoist. Just coming into this game as a sub for CBC. They trade out 3 players here. Jesse George with it near midfield. Andrew O'Donnell, though, takes it. O'Donnell being very aggressive here, playing off the bench. He did suffer an injury to his collarbone. It looked like it could have just been a minor injury as he came back after that game against Francis Howell High School. Kick towards the goal by Hussam Hamden. Again, into the wind. The Knights have been going all game long. That one not having the kind of punch you'd like from Hamden. And it falls gently at the feet of Cameron Meyer. 3 shots now for the Knights on goal, 1 off goal, compared to 3 shots not on goal for CBC. Ball at near sideline, though, moved forward by Richie Taylor, the opposite direction of the attacking CBC Cadets. Nolan DeWeese with it now. Rather, Sam Leach. Leach, nifty move to get it around Jesse George. And ball maybe not quite on goal. But Fletcher Dietrich saves that one anyway.
For CBC.
A corner kick now for the CBC Cadets. After a great save there by Fletcher Dietrich, that shot coming out. That shot coming in from the top of the goal box. Well, I'd venture to guess is maybe 20 yards out that shot came in. Corner kick now for Bryce Starzyk. Starzyk's kick taken by Hussam Hamden. Good job there, getting the ball away. Nolan DeWeese, though, takes it off Hamden's pass to Connor Crane. Pass a little bit long for CBC. Skirting the goal line there is number 20, Sam Benoist. Defended by Michael Scanlon. He does get the ball back to the midfield of Brendan Hennessy before it's knocked out of bounds by Torian Robinson. Throwing now for CBC, 15 minutes remain. Throwing later that ball now here on the near sideline. Hussam Hamden. Ball kicked out of bounds off of Hamden. Pass coming from Roland
Checking in
DeWeese.
for CBC, number 4.
DeWeese limps off the field though, having to cross the entire length of this pitch. Looks like he has a problem there with maybe his right shin or his right ankle after getting tangled up with Hussam Hamden near the near sideline. Takes him about 15 to 20 seconds to finally get all the way across the field. Play resumes here with a throw-in for the Cadets. Jack Edwards comes in to replace him. Chase Dorkey passing it towards the middle of the field, halfway between midfield and the top of the goal box. Jesse George loses the ball, though, back to midfield. George runs back, takes that pass from Dylan Brophy. He tries to lead Hussam Hamden forward. Hamden does get it. He was 1-on-2 top of the goal box. That shot is low and off the hands and face of Cameron Meyer, the keeper. Hussam Hamden with his second shot here tonight. Both of them having to be saved by Meyer. Corner kick coming now. Again, Hamden will be taking this one. Right into the box is the kick. Andrew O'Donnell comes forward to take it, and it goes right off of the outside of his right foot and over the top of the goal. That one just about a foot away from giving the Knights a 1-0 lead here. They say baseball is a game of inches, but soccer seeming to be just that same way here today. Both teams missing with shots just a few inches above the top crossbar thus far. Chase Drogi takes it off the goal kick. Drogi's pass deflected by Edwards. Cadets move it forward, pass a little bit too quick though. For number 13, Ethan Robinson, he loses it. Now at the feet of Chase Drogi at midfield. Ball moving back and forth around midfield after that initial offensive pressure for the Cadets. Much more even here right now. Richie Taylor gets it in space here on the near sideline, dribbles into some trouble. Taylor not the greatest at maneuvering around defenders. He does play that defensive position, but he does have a cannon for a leg, as the Howell North coaches have said all season long. Sam Leach now with it, pass the near sideline to Ethan Robinson. Robinson defended by Dylan Brophy, pokes the ball away to Jesse George. George double teamed there. Ball off the foot of Reese McKell. And Richie Taylor, a nice fake move. Looks like a head fake. Getting McKell off the ground and moving it forward. Penalty called against the Cadets. Ball popped into the air. Trying to head the ball were Brenton Hennessy and Chase Drogi. Hennessy comes away with the penalty on him with 11 minutes remaining. Torian Robinson with about midfield. He gets it to Andrew O'Donnell, back to Jesse George. Ball near sideline. Wind's not too active on that one as it takes it. George's pass just a little bit too long.
Checking in for CBC, number 11, Nick Dempster. Number 9, EJ Verholf. And number 12, Tyler McAllister.
For Howell North. Goal kick coming up for Fletcher Dietrich with 9 minutes and 40 seconds remaining just about. Andrew O'Donnell kicks it back to Ozzie Guerrero in space. Dribbling the ball towards midfield is Jesse George. He gets to Connor Crane across midfield. Crane has it poked away by Jack Edwards, back to Dylan Brophy on the Knights' defensive side of the ball. Andrew O'Donnell at midfield. He gets to Connor Crane. Connor Crane to Torian Robinson. Robinson doesn't quite get it. And a good job moving the ball forward is Brenton Hennessy. Ball being headed back and forth between these two teams. Sam Leach, though, comes away with it. Nice hesitation move getting the ball past Andrew O'Donnell. Leach now down just past midfield. Sam Leach could be an important player in this game. Play, though, continues without him. He's still on the ground just outside of that the midfield circle. Hassam Hampton on the cross from Michael Scanlon, though, could not quite put that one in. Leach now to all fours. Defenseman Ozzie Guerrero for Howell North helping Leach get up. And another injury for CBC. Sam Leach limps off the field. It looks like he's being tended to by one of their trainers.
Interstate Studios of Sedalia is the official photographer of Mission Championships. For action photos of
Sam Leach, the second leading scorer on his team, 13 goals, 5 assists. That's 31 total points for him. He trails only Nick Dempster in goal scoring this season. Leach comes off the field, and that could be an important player in this game to lose. Has been handling the ball very well. Nate Sem comes into this game to replace the injured Sam Leach. CBC keeping the ball in the attacking third, not doing a whole lot of pressure on the goal now. Cross, though, comes in. Header goes the opposite direction for Nolan DeWeese. Not DeWeese, rather, I read the number wrong. That's Ethan Robinson. Robinson, though, heads it out of bounds. After throwing Jack Edwards with it. Ball near midfield. Gets to the top of the goal box at the feet of Ethan Robinson. Now Brenton Hennessy with it. Let's get it forward. Forward to Hussam Hamden, ball though taken away by Kurt Miller. Miller and Hamden fighting for it. Hamden comes away with it, very clean play there. No penalty called, even though Miller did fall to the ground, getting tangled with Hamden. Torian Robinson bowled over there by the Cadets. That's number 2, Ryan Gertison. Free kick coming up here for the Francis Howell North Knights with just about 5 minutes remaining. CBC student section booing the call. Howell North student section on the opposite side of the field applauding it. Jesse George take this kick from just at the edge of the attacking third. George kicks that one across it into the box. Headed away there by Gertison. Pass for Dylan Brophy, knocked out of bounds off the leg of Tyler McAllister on the near sideline. That'll be where Brophy throws it in. He gets it to Torian Robinson, who passes it back to Brophy. Brophy pops up in the air, heads it himself. Now Andrew O'Donnell moving the ball forward. He has it off the foot of Nathan Tem. Jesse George with it. An outstanding move for George to get the ball forward, going back and forth. Knocking Tem to the ground without even touching him. What could be considered a juke move there for George. Pass into the box. Knocked away. A diving save there by Cameron Meyer. Corner kick coming up from the right corner of the field. Hussam Hamden. Hamden's kick right into the box. Torian Robinson shot. Knocked out of bounds. That'll be a Howell North throw-in off the foot of Kurt Miller. Good job getting in the right place at the right time. Jesse George throws it into Andrew O'Donnell, passes it right back to him. Chase Droege now with it on the left corner. He dribbles back towards the goal. Droge's shot no good. Connor Crane and Hussam Hamden both there in the area, but not quite close enough to get to the ball after the missed shot attempt from Droege. Howell North misses an opportunity there. Now 7 total shots for FHN. to 4 total shots for CBC with under 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Still scoreless at Worldwide Technology Park. Sam Hampton knocked over by Ryan Gertison. No penalty called as CBC tries to move it forward. Stopped though by Ozzy Guerrero. Connor Crane with it. He passes to Torrin Robinson, top of the goal box. Robinson caught up in the feet, though, of Connor Linero. Linero clears it out to about midfield. Brendan Hennessy with it. He gets it forward to Dempster. Top of the goal box on the other side. And off the top crossbar back into the field of play. Shot from E.J. Verhulst. A very fortunate job there for the Knights. Verhulst on the season with 8 goals scored. He's had 2 shots, both just over the top of the goal here today.
2 minutes remaining in half number 1. 2 minutes.
And another shot for the Cadets goes just over the top of the goal. That one going into the practice field just beyond the sideline on the right side. That shot taken by Bryce Starzyk marks the 5th shot off goal for the Cadets. Now just 80 seconds remain in play here in this first half. Ozzy Guerrero passing that one right into the wind off the goal kick. Andrew O'Donnell nearly loses possession of it, gets it back though in midfield. He does eventually lose possession though. Gives it up to Dylan Brophy. Brophy to Jesse George at midfield. Slide tackle attempted by Brendan Hennessy. George those skirts around him. Connor Crane taking it himself. He gets Torrin Robinson near the top of the goal box. Now dribbles back towards midfield. Takes it forward again, but cleared by Brendan McAllister. Moving the ball forward now, that's McAllister. Michael Scanlon on the far sideline. He gets it to Hussam Hampton near midfield. Less than 30 seconds remain. Ball kicked out of bounds by, it looks like, Ryan Gertison across the far sideline. 14 seconds. Michael Scanlon
10,
throws it in.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Knights moving the ball towards midfield
3,
at the feet of Bryce
2,
Starzyk. He takes a long
1.
shot at the end of the first half. Doesn't quite make it to the goal though. And we end the first half of play here at Worldwide Technology Park scoreless between the Francis Howell North Knights and the CBC Cadets.
Wilson Avante is the official ball supplier for the 2016 Soccer Championships. Wilson's commitment to excellence helps make them a national leader in soccer equipment and the official ball of the Missouri High School Finals. Missouri Cotton Exchange of Columbia is the official apparel souvenir vendor of this year's champions. Stop by the souvenir stand at today's game or see your program for ordering options. Can't tell the players without a program. Pick up yours in the stadium today with complete team information, records, history, and highlights. Take home your official souvenir program on sale now while supplies last. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the penalty kick mark in front of the south goal, where Ryan Murphy of CBC and Nick Salvazzo of Howell North will be competing in the Mission PK Challenge. Each contestant will alternate 5 kicks, each from the penalty kick mark for the opportunity to win a prize. On each kick, the contestant will have to decide whether to attempt a corner shot for 2 points or just take the middle of the goal for 1 point. The contestant with the greater score following 5 kicks wins. So get behind your favorite contestant and let's see some goals, goals, goals. Starting things off for CBC, Ryan Murphy. Two points. Now Nick's up. And that's 1 point for Nick. Now Ryan up for his second kick. Two points for Ryan. All right, here comes Nick. One point, says our center official, Todd Zell. Here comes Ryan Murphy. Let's see your CBC fans. Oh, he comes off the post. 1 point. Here comes Nick. Let's hear you, Knight fans. One point. Ryan leads 5-3 with 2 more rounds. Here comes Ryan's fourth kick. 2 points. All right, Nick needs to get a 2-pointer right here. And he does. So our final kick's coming up. It's 7-5, Ryan on top. And he gets 1. So let's see what Nick can do. And he gets 1. Mission congratulates our runner-up today, Nick from Howell North. And let's hear it for Ryan from CBC, today's winner of the PK Challenge. We hope you enjoyed our halftime contest. Congratulations to Luke Reynosa of CBC and Grace Stevenson from Francis Howell North for being winners of today's Show Me Good Sports Award. Because of their display of sportsmanship during the year, each have been awarded a Misha t-shirt. We'd also like to thank our ball boys for today. From CBC, Bryce Gutman, and from Francis Howell North, Louis Russo. In the classroom, on the field, or court, or on stage, Central Methodist University offers more of what you want from college. Our faculty inspires you to do things you didn't know you could do. Be more at Central Methodist University. TicketTap, the official online ticket provider of Misha. For the best events, the best tickets, and no lines, TicketTap, your online tickets to the best events at TicketTap. Without trees, hide and seek would just be seek. Trees are a natural playground with built-in shade. Visit treeswork.org for more on how trees work for kids. Brought to you by the Missouri Department of Conservation.
And as the teams come back out to the field here to resume play in the second half. Just a quick game recap. Knights out shooting the Cadets 5-2 in that first half, the first 40 minutes of play. Wind blowing, it was blowing towards the Francis Howell North goal. Now has died down here a little bit, but still coming in gusts from the left to the right of the screen. If you were watching this, of course. Be blowing towards the CBC goal and away from Francis Howell North. This could be a little bit of an advantage for the Knights, as it looked like they struggled getting enough power on their shots there early in the first half. Knights playing, just to paint a picture in your mind, going left to right here from the view of the press box, wearing all white jerseys. Their keeper Fletcher Dietrich in a red long sleeve jersey and red socks over shin guards. CBC is clothed in all gold. A gold jersey, shorts, and socks, going right to left with their keeper in a more dark red uniform. Ozzy Guerrero gets the kick off of the beginning here in the second half. Jesse George tries to move it forward, but it's taken away. CBC gets a good chance early, though. Pass goes a little bit too far, intended for Nick Dempster. Dempster, though, does recover on the near sideline to Tyler McAllister. McAllister into the box, headed away by Ozzy Guerrero. Chase Drogi with it moving towards midfield from his goal on the left side. Dylan Brophy passes it. Kicked by Brenton Hennessy. Cleared out there. It's ball staying around midfield between Jack Edwards and Hennessy. And getting an edge, though, that looks like Bryce Starzyk. Starzyk, though, loses the ball across the end line. The officials wait for a goal kick. Starzyk disagrees with the call, puts his hands up in disbelief there for a moment as he jogs back to his position around midfield. Ozzy Guerrero takes the kick. Because I know, like, moving the ball forward from midfield, that's number 12, Tyler McAllister. In other news, Sam Leach back into this game. He did go down there after tangling feet with Assam Hamden earlier in this match. He comes back now to his forward position as that cross from CBC goes across the near sideline. Knights will be throwing it in now from the left corner of their own side, near the left corner. Dylan Brophy throws it into Assam Hamden. Hamden moving down the near sideline. Gets to Connor Crane. Crane passes it back to the left to Ozzy Guerrero. Guerrero, nice move for a defensive back. But has to hustle back, though, after the ball is taken away by Jack Edwards. That's Bryce Starzyk. Ball cleared by Ozzy Guerrero. And a penalty called. Guerrero looks to get the penalty called on him. Or a foul, rather. Free kick now for the Cadets. Looks like Connor Lanero taking this one. Rather, Jack Edwards as Lanero moves out of the way. Two-man wall between Torian Robinson and Javier Alvarado as the kick goes short into the box, headed by Ozzy Guerrero. Cross, no damage done. Now Torian Robinson. He gets that ball poked away by Sam Leach. Leach passing it backwards to Nolan DeWeese. DeWeese slide tackles Torian Robinson. No penalty flagged. No penalty called. Knights moving the ball forward. An entry pass from Richie Taylor, knocked out of bounds by Nolan DeWeese on the far sideline. Javier Alvarado with it. Pass it back to Dylan Brophy. Now Richie Taylor near midfield. He takes it forward by himself. Defensive player in the attacking third. Don't see that too often. He moves forward, gets tripped up, no penalty called. Pass from Deweese goes off the back of Chase Drogi as Connor Crane tries to go low into the goal, fallen on top of by Cameron Meyer. First shot of the game for Connor Crane. Saved by Meyer. Cameron Meyer now up to 5 saves on the match. Still scoreless here between the Knights and the Cadets. Just one more time, I'm Jacob Lintner here at Worldwide Technology Park with Brayton Larson producing. This stream brought to you by FHN Today Live, the Missouri Class 4 Boys Soccer State Semifinals between Francis Howell North and the Christian Brothers College. Knights move the ball to the middle third. Hassam Hampton with it now, bringing it forward towards midfield. Nice sliding stop there for Tyler McAllister to poke the ball free. Does go out of bounds, though Dylan Brophy throws it in from the far sideline. Brophy gets it back, kicks it down the sideline. Nolan DeWeese watches it go just out of bounds. And that's it for by the Francis Howell North student section on the CBC defensive third now. CBC student section on the Knights defensive third. Near the far sideline, Jack Edwards clears the ball for CBC. Jesse George with it midfield. He passes it back to Ozzie Guerrero on the Knights side. Guerrero, nice move though. Getting the ball away from Nick Dempster, who's coming in trying to block his pass. Let's move it forward near the left corner on their attacking third. Dylan Brophy loses it out of bounds, and it looks like a throw-in now for Howell North. Torian Robinson jogs over to take that one. Ozzie Guerrero comes all the way from midfield, though, to take it. Maybe 10 yards from the left corner. Guerrero throws it in into the goal box. Knocked out of bounds by Chase Drogi. And this will be a Howell North corner. Looks like it went off of Drogi. A little bit of a disagreement coming from Nolan DeWeese. And Hassam Hampton goes over to take the corner. Fifth corner kick here for Francis Howell North today. First opportunity of the second half. Ball headed out of the box by the CBC defense. Couldn't quite tell who that was. Jesse George with it near the end line, kicks it towards the goal. Cameron Meyer picks it up and quickly rolls it forward. Cadets trying to capitalize on the lack of defensemen for the Knights. Nick Dempster with it. Dylan Brophy defending, and he just loses it out of bounds. An unforced error there for Dempster. Michael Scanlon moves to throw the ball in. Trying to find any open space. Toss it over Sam Leach to Torian Robinson, who heads it to the first row in the stands here on the near sideline. Be thrown in now for Tyler McAllister. He stands looking for someone to throw it to. Gets to Sam Leach. Leach fanned by Torian Robinson. Robinson pokes it away. Now Connor Crane with it. Going towards top of the goal box. Crane running directly into Connor Lanero trying to backpedal. Crane called for a foul. And will be a free kick coming up for the CBC Cadets. Looks like the official may have spoken a word to Crane before the free kick was taken. On the far sideline, Dylan Brophy tries to get forward, taken by Nolan DeWeese. Now back in midfield, Javier Alvarado has it. Midfield stripe on the far sideline, gets to Jesse George with a lot of space. He's moving towards the goal box. George fakes a long shot at the top of the goal box, and a great sliding save there for number 5, Connor Lanero, saving what could have been the leading goal, the only goal scored thus far in today's match. Connor Crane and Connor Lanero tied up at the top of the goal box. Lanero pushes down Crane. Once more, Crane falls on top of his head. He's clutching that. It looks like he could be injured after he gets tangled up with Lanero once more. A yellow card awarded to Connor Lanero. 30 minutes and 52 seconds. Clock is stopped.
Checking in for the Cadets, number 22, Kurt Miller.
As you may have heard over the PA system here at Worldwide Technology Park, Kurt Miller comes in, replacing Connor Lanero. Lanero given a yellow card here. From just outside of the goal box, Hussam Hamdan talking to Chase Drogi about how he's going to approach this kick. Just a few feet away from being a penalty kick. Hamdan takes this one. Drogi takes the kick. He passes it very short to Hussam Hamdan. Nice trying maybe a little bit of a trick play there. Didn't work though, right into the wall. Knights with what could have been their best opportunity here this far in the game. Wasting it there on a cheap trick play that didn't quite pan out near the top of the goal box. Excellent slide tackle there for Jesse George, knocking that one out of bounds. No penalty called. Nick Dempster leaping over the top of George, falling down. The Cadets fans in an uproar, looking for the penalty called. Nolan DeWeese on the far sideline, run into by Torian Robinson. And there's a physicality foul called on Robinson. Torian Robinson given a yellow card now. Hughes in the defensive third. Replacing him is John Zetwak. One yellow card for each team now.
Checking in for the Knights, number 22, John Zetwak.
Within 1 minute of each other as game time is concerned. 2 yellow cards given. Free kick taken. Shot at the goal, whistle blown though beforehand. These officials look to be very quick to draw the card here, especially in the second half as physicality increases. Shot by Sam Leach, blocked by Richie Taylor off his left foot. Leach sliding, trying to save that one across the far sideline near the right corner. Couldn't quite get it. 29.5 minutes remain. Throw in for CBC near their own bench on the far sideline. Into the box headed by Sam Leach, headed back towards Leach, and finally booted out by Jesse George across the midfield line. Ball rolls all the way to about the top of the goal box before keeper Cameron Meyer comes out to clear. Meyer clears that one over all of the bleachers on that far sideline. Howell North throwing coming up. My guess is a ball boy being dispatched to go around the bleachers, try to retrieve that ball. As Ozzie Guerrero gets set up to take this throw-in. A few Knights down in the goal box. Sam Hamden, John Zetwak, the man who takes it, Chase Droege, just goes over his head. Nolan DeWeese hits that one out. Almost cleared by the Cadets. Droege with the dribbling backwards, trying to find some space on the far sideline. He gets it almost midfield at Richie Taylor. Richie Taylor into the goal box. John Zetwak heads it out of the hands of keeper Cameron Meyer. Meyer jumped up to grab that one, didn't quite have control of it as Zetwak headed it. It does fall, though, just a foot or two short of the goal line as the ball goes back now to the Knights' side of the field. Far sideline now, Chase Droege. Droege with the man coming up behind him. Tries to get the ball forward, cleared by Jack Edwards. Droege in midfield, passes it back to Ozzie Guerrero in the defensive third. Jesse George now. George with a little bit of space, passes it to Javier Alvarado. Alvarado nearly loses it to Ryan Gertison. And finally is taken away by Brendan Hennessy. Gertison trips up Javier Alvarado. Some boos elected from the CBC fan section. Alvarado down around midfield, right at the midfield stripe here, just on this side of the midfield circle. Alvarado limping. Looks like that right ankle could be bothering him.
Checking in for the Knights, number 7, Andrew O'Donnell.
Andrew O'Donnell, the capable backup, coming in. Gives Alvarado a pat on the back as he makes his way over to Howell North bench.
Checking in for the Cadets, number 5, Connor Lanero. Also joining the Cadet lineup, number 8, Nate Tam. And number 21, Reese McCall.
Richie Taylor in midfield takes this free kick into the box. Headed out by Connor Lanero, one of the new subs for CBC. Sam Leach and Jesse George fighting for it on the far sideline. And finally knocked out of bounds by Hassam Hamden after a short pass by George. Winner of this match will go on to play the Rockhurst Hawklets, defeating Rockbridge 2-0 in the earlier match today. That match will be played, the state championship, tomorrow, Saturday, November 12th at 2 p.m. Jesse George with the ball now near the top of the goal box. Pass it backwards to Chase Droege. Droege on the far sideline to George. Tries to get the ball in. Sliding down is Nolan DeWeese. DeWeese couldn't quite take hold of that one, but behind him is Connor Lanero. At midfield now, Jesse George. Ozzie Guerrero passes it to Andrew O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Guerrero, who gets it forward in the attacking third now. John Zetwak moving forward. Tries to get to Sam Hamden. Hamden's pathway cut off by Nolan DeWeese. Hamden looked for the foul to be called, but couldn't quite get it. Drop kicked there by the keeper, Cameron Meyer. John Zetwak takes after as Michael Scanlon heads it forward. Chase Droege at the top of the box. And once again, Hassam Hamden's pathway to that pass blocked by Nolan DeWeese. Knights doing a lot of pressuring in the attacking third, just haven't really been able to put that ball in. And that has been a recurring problem for them all postseason long. They've scored 6 goals on this postseason, 5 goals in regulation, and then, of course, the penalty kick thriller against the Eureka Wildcats results in a 2-1 victory. They've outscored their opponents 5-1 in regulation. Their defense really their calling card for this team as Connor Crane loses that one outside the end line.
Checking in for CBC, number 22, Kurt Miller.
A goal kick now for CBC. Connor Crane down on all fours, stretching himself out at the top of the goal box as play resumes. Pass by John Zawak taken away at midfield. That's Kurt Miller. Now this pass booted forward by Ozzy Guerrero. Tries to get to Chase Drogi. Ball falls to Jack Edwards. Edward tries to get it forward to Reese McKell. Pass just a little bit long though. Ball now on the near sideline. John Zawak takes back towards midfield. He's got a little bit of space. Ball kicked away from him, though, by Ryan Gertison. Chase Drogi sliding, knocking over Kurt Miller on the CBC side of midfield. Drogi readjusts his sock, stands back up. Neither player looks to be shaken up too badly, as Jack Edwards will be taking this free kick. Sam Leach now with the ball. Leach gets it forward to Reese McKell. Leach almost had at the top of the goal box, but taken away by Richie Taylor. John Zawak passed it on the near sideline, tries to get forward to Connor Crane, couldn't quite win the ball there. Connor Lanero drilling towards his own end line. Ball knocked out of bounds on a sliding tackle for Connor Crane. Clock ticks now to about 22 minutes. Still scoreless here in the Class 4 Boys Soccer State Semifinals. Chase Drogi trying to kick that one, whiffs. Nice stop and start move for him, getting some space near midfield, but the ball put forward by Reese McKell. Richie Taylor clears it all the way across the field over to the goal box for CBC. Connor Crane with it now. Connor Crane at the top of the box, he's looking for some space. Tries to get around the defender Ryan Gertison. Couldn't quite do so. 21 minutes remaining. Andrew O'Donnell, long kick into the box. Bumped away by the fists of Cameron Meyer. And that shot for Chase Drogi going well over the goal, over even the scoreboard on that side of the field. Missing pretty badly.
Entering the cadet lineup, number 11, Nick Dempster, and number 9, E.J. Verhulst.
Michael Scanlon here on the near sideline, just past midfield. Gets forward to Jesse George, back to Scanlon. Knights controlling the ball very well here in this first half of the second half of play. Knights move the ball forward, but taking away Jack Edwards with it, moving from midfield towards the Knights box. Number 8, Nathan Tem, substitute here for CBC, working against Michael Scanlon. He finds some space, good dribble movements there. Has hesitation, but poked away by Ozzy Guerrero, clearing the ball. Andrew O'Donnell down the near sideline. He finds John Zetwalk with a perfectly placed pass. Zetwalk moving towards the middle of the goal box. Couldn't quite get there. CBC moves it forward. A long entry pass there to E.J. Verholt. Now with Nathan Dempster. Dylan Brophy does everything he can just to try to get that ball out of his own goal box. Now 10 with it. Now O'Donnell. O'Donnell back to Jesse George. George to Michael Scanlon on the near side. Scanlon, 2 defenders closing in on him, gets it out to George in some free space near midfield. Forward into the attacking third, that's Chase Droege now. Droege has it taken away by Kurt Miller. Droege wins a foot race back to the ball, and George setting the ball back at the top of the form. Richie Taylor with it around midfield now. That ball put forward by the CBC defense. No one there, though. Fletcher Dietrich picks it up and rolls it to Ozzie Guerrero near the top of the goal box for Howell North. Richie Taylor now. Good move, faking direction. Kicking the ball between the legs there of Reese McKell. Now Dylan Brophy sprinting down the far sideline, gets to Hussam Hamden. Hamden runs right into Nolan DeWeese, not fooled by the change of direction from Hamden. Great defensive play there. Richie Taylor, though, with it at midfield. Now Jesse George. Pass it horizontally. Ozzie Guerrero now. Guerrero kicks it all the way from midfield into the goal box. Headed away by Connor Lanero. No Knights there, though. Chase Droege with the ball at midfield. He kicks it back forward to Nick Dempster of the CBC Cadets. Now Sam Hamden on the far side. That pass just escapes him. Throw-in coming in now for CBC. Neither student section very loud until right about now. There's a cheer coming from the cadet student section. In the attacking third now. And the Knights have it taken away by Kurt Miller. Now midfield and an attacking opportunity, 2-on-3. Reese McKell going up against Richie Taylor. That ball rolls across the end line and a goal kick. McKell couldn't quite hold on to that one. Taylor forcing a mistake. Couple substitutions now for Howell North. Hussam Hamden coming out in favor of Torian Robinson, and Javier Alvarado replacing Chase Droege.
Checking in for the Knights, number 8, Javier Alvarado, and number 10, Torian Robinson.
Jesse George battling against Nick Dempster. Dempster gets to Sam Leach, back to Dempster at the top of the goal box. A nice move there for Fletcher Dietrich, taking a couple side steps to his right to save that one. Nick Dempster shot on goal. That's the first one for CBC here in this half. Fletcher Dietrich now with 3 saves on the match. Took until the 25th minute for the Cadets to get a shot on goal in the second half. We'll see if they can continue that pressure here later. Ball goes across midfield. Torian Robinson now to Javier Alvarado. Back to Robinson. Robinson loses it to Sam Leach. Leach moving forward around midfield. Pass it to Reese McKell. McKell to E.J. Verhulst. And on the side now, that's Leach once more. He gets it into the goal box. Nice cross. Shot taken by Nick Dempster. And another one there at the top of the box goes in for the Cadets. That's number 8, Nathan Sem, the substitute for CBC. At 14 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in this match, gives CBC a 1-0 lead. That shot going low into the bottom left corner. Fletcher Dietrich could not quite make the save, falling to the ground. Cadets, not a whole lot of pressure in the first 25 minutes of this second half, but do come through there with the first goal of today's match. John Zetwak trying to get that one forward. It goes out of bounds off the feet of Ryan Gertison, and a corner kick quickly here for Howell North. An opportunity for them to respond to the Cadets. Howell North has had problems all postseason long trying to convert on these corner kicks. No goals scored on these types of opportunities. Andrew O'Donnell lines up to take this kick. Hassam Hamdan and Chase Drogi come back into this game,
Number 13, Hassam
replacing
and
John
number 9,
Zetwak and
Chase Drogi.
Javier Alvarado, respectively. O'Donnell sets the ball back down. Clock under 14 minutes remaining now. Now across it into the box, kicked away by Jack Edwards. Sliding save there for Jesse George. The ball kicked low into the box for Andrew O'Donnell and booted out by Kurt Miller. Ozzy Guerrero at midfield gets it forward. Jesse George now. Top of the box, Connor Crane back to George. Far sideline, Torian Robinson working against number 15, Nolan DeWeese. Dylan Brophy to Chase Drogi. Drogi in the middle of a lot of gold jerseys. Gets that ball poked away. Jesse George does everything he can to save it. Back to Torian Robinson. Chase Drogi now with the ball. Drogi working to get towards the goal box, finds some space, gets to Andrew O'Donnell. O'Donnell low shot, and it goes just wide to the right, diving out of the reach of the keeper, Cameron Meyer. Andrew O'Donnell's shot doesn't quite make it into the back of the net. Goal kick coming up here from Meyer. Not too much time remaining on this clock, especially with Nick Dempster moving the ball into the goal box. Dempster's cross, though, goes behind everyone and out of bounds across the near side. Michael Scanlon hustles over to take a throw in. As I was saying, not a whole lot of time remaining on this clock, but it is important to remember the Knights did score a game-tying goal in such situation, with 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining against the Eureka Wildcats. On the field now down, that's number 12, Tyler McAllister, clutching his right shin on the near sideline. He gets back up and hobbles around a little bit. Play continues near the CBC goal. Hassam Hamdan kicking that one over the top of the goal.
Checking in for Howell North, number 22, John Zetwak, and number 8 for CBC, Nate Town.
McAllister limps over to the sideline now after that injury. He's replaced by Nathan Tem. He scored the lone goal in this match. Cameron Meyer kicks this one with just under 11 minutes remaining in the match. Tem and Andrew O'Donnell going down near midfield. Chase Drogi with a little bit of fancy move there, loses it to Sam Leach. Tem with it at the top of the box. He dribbles backwards, almost loses possession of it, gets to E.J. Verhulst. For Nathan Tem on the season, that was just his third goal scored. And of course, it was the biggest one of the season, giving his team a 1-0 lead here in the state semifinals. Just about 10 minutes remain. Dylan Brophy and Bryce Starzik on the far sideline, battling for possession of the ball. Ball nearly lost out of bounds near the Howell North bench, but booted all the way to the near sideline. That's Nathan Tem going up against Ozzy Guerrero. Guerrero falls down, gets right back up though, taking the ball away. Hassam Hamden now working against CBC. That was Ryan Gertison. At midfield, number 6, Brendan Hennessy. Body checking Chase Drogi. Under 9.5 minutes remain. And it was at the 9-minute and 20-second mark that Hassam Hampton scored that game-tying goal against Eureka. We'll see if the Knights can get it. Similar magic here. Richie Taylor taking a free kick near midfield. Whistle blows. Taylor takes this one towards the goal. Ball swatted by Cameron Meyer. It stays down the goal box and finally cleared by Tem. Richie Taylor kicks it across the near sideline.
For CBC, number 21, Reese McCall.
Tem takes this throw in.
Kurt Miller.
Cameron Meyer with his 6th save of the match there. Howell north of the ball now after Nathan Tem lost it on the near sideline. Ozzie Guerrero takes a throw in again. Clock dips under 8 minutes to go now. Ozzie Guerrero throws it into the box. Nathan Tem jumping over the back of Hassam Hamden. It looks like a foul called on Hamden. Connor Lanero will be taking this free kick for CBC near their own goal box. Boots it forward to Nick Dempster. Now Jack Edwards with it, almost as the Chase Drogi does get it though to Kurt Miller at midfield. Shot right at the top of the goal box for Reese McKell, saved by Fletcher Dietrich's body. And McKell's shot goes right into the chest of Dietrich. An excellent save there, happening almost by luck.
7 minutes. 7 minutes remaining in the second half.
Had that shot from McKell gone in, it would be very difficult to think that the Knights could force an overtime situation here. Lanero kicks it forward to Kurt Miller. Miller has it cleared away by Ozzie Guerrero. Ball now at midfield to Andrew O'Donnell fighting Sam Leach. Leach does get forward. Jesse George slide tackling. Leach continues forward at the top of the goal box. Now with Nick Dempster. Dempster going against Ozzie Guerrero, and an excellent play there for Guerrero to poke the ball away from Dempster. Guerrero has it taken away by a tag team of Dempster and that's Nathan Tem. Ball passed back to the keeper, Cameron Meyer. At midfield, Tem with it. Now at the top of the goal box, John Zewak loses it to Ryan Gertison. And it looks like a free kick coming up for the Knights. Short kick here. This one will be from about 16, 17 meters out. Just about 5.5 minutes remain. Andrew O'Donnell pushing his team, telling everyone to move forward. This could be one of the Knights' last good opportunities as the clock ticks near 5 minutes. Wall of 4 Cadets in the way of Andrew O'Donnell taking this kick. And Torian Robinson kicks it right into the wall. Robinson takes the kick, not O'Donnell, as it looked like the Knights had set up. Richie Taylor heads that one out across the end line. Under 5 minutes now, goal kick coming up for Cameron Meyer.
Entering the game through CBC, number 6, Brandon Hennessy.
Brendan Hennessy, the leading scorer for the Cadets, comes in replacing Kurt Miller. Just about 4.5 minutes remain. Howell North trailing CBC 1-0 at Worldwide Technology Park. Torian Robinson heads that one forward. Connor Crane with it now. He goes against Jack Edwards. Edwards pokes that free. Crane regains possession of it. Working against Sam Leach. Has one taken away by Brendan Hennessy. Ball booted forward from Gertison to Nick Dempster. Dempster working against Richie Taylor, who deflects that kick out of bounds. Goal kick coming up from the right corner. 5th attempt from the corner for CBC here on today's match.
Entering the game for the Cadets, number 7, Bryce Skarzik.
Taking this corner will be number 7, Bryce Starzik. Starzik's kick comes into the box, wind blowing it away from the goal though. Dempster takes control of it and boots that one wide right, well wide right, with just 3 minutes remaining. Fletcher Dietrich sets the ball down for a goal kick. Kicks it short to Ozzy Guerrero. Guerrero moving the ball forward for Howell North. Throw in coming now for CBC, that's Nathan Tem. Thrown headed away by Andrew O'Donnell. At the feet now of Jesse George to Richie Taylor. 2.5 minutes remain. Knight's going to have to push the ball into CBC territory. They get it to Chase Droege. Top of the box, Droege doesn't take the shot. Pass from John Zetwak to Connor Crane. Does not find its mark. Zetwak passed it backwards to Connor Crane in the goal box. It goes just beneath his feet. That ball rolls across the end line. The clock nears 2 minutes remaining. Sam Leach kicking that one into the goal box. Fletcher Dietrich picks that one up right at the edge of his boundary. Throws it to Andrew O'Donnell. O'Donnell takes it around midfield, gets to Jesse George with space. 1 minute and 42 seconds. George towards the goal, goes a little bit wide to the right. Still caught though by Cameron Meyer with 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining in this match. Meyer takes his time drop kicking that one. Nathan Tem with it now on the near sideline. Tem calmly passes it to Nick Dempster. Dempster's pass lofted in the air, headed by Ozzy Guerrero. Dylan Brophy tries to get it. He clears it across midfield, headed by Kurt Miller. Chase Droege forward to Connor Crane. Connor Lanero takes that one away though. Kicks it away from pretty much everyone else. Nathan Tem near sideline, dribbles smoothly forward and across the end line, trying to waste a little bit more time off this clock. Under 45 seconds remain.
CBC, number 11, Nick Dempster.
Clock continues to run after Dietrich has taken a free kick. .30 seconds remaining. Game clock being reset here for a lack of motion. Goal kick goes short to Richie Taylor. Looks like just about 30 seconds remain, maybe a little bit more. Andrew O'Donnell with it, bumps it into the air. Jesse George takes it now. Bicycled forward for Chase Drogi, and finally picked up by Cameron Meyer. Headed by John Zetwak and Connor Crane in the goal box.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Kick comes from Cameron Meyer, and the clock runs out on the Howell North Knights
Ladies and gentlemen, it is
attempt
presented by the
at the
Missouri
state
Federal
championship.
Association in the Worldwide Technology Park for fans to enter the field at any time. Thank you in advance for your
The CBC Cadets win this one 1-0 over the Francis Howell North Knights on a goal scored with just about 15 minutes remaining.
We'll begin with Francis Howell North playing Rockbridge in the third place game at 10 a.m. The Cadets will play Rockhurst in the Class 4 championship game at 2 p.m.
Nathan Tem putting that shot in, assisted by Nick Dempster with 14 minutes and 59 seconds. The fatal blow for the CBC Cadets. They defeated Howell North at Christian Brothers College on October 13th, 2-1. And they have another one-goal victory, this time on a little bit bigger stage, sending them to the Class 4 state championship against the Rockhurst Hawklets, which will take place here at the Worldwide Technology Park tomorrow at 2 p.m. The Francis Howell North Knights will be playing in the third place game against Rockbridge, who fell to the Hawklets 0-2 earlier today at 10 a.m. And from Worldwide Technology Park, I'm Jacob Lintner here with my producer, Brayton Larson. Thank you all for tuning in to this audio-only stream of the Missouri State Boys Soccer Class 4 State Semifinals between the Francis Howell North Knights and the CBC Cadets. These two teams will play again tomorrow in separate matches one more time. And just to close this one out, thank you all for listening today, and you all have a good night.
So my heart beats out. We fell in love as the leaves turn brown, and we could be together, baby, as long as skies are blue. You act so innocent now, but you lied so soon. When I met you in